Yeah, and I feel like I don't reference waffles all that often. I think maybe twice.
Yeah, I mean, it's a consistent food item that comes up.
No.
I mean, we got some waffles in the new movie.
There's waffles, there's a waffles gag in the movie.
Yeah.
There's Zim eats waffles, and then I think a character asks about waffles. That's three instances of waffles in my life.
That is 3.
There was what?
Yeah, it's
One episode. One episode isn't. I don't have waffles on me. I'm not wearing a waffle shirt. I don't particularly.
I mean, it's under the hoodie.
Yeah. Like if they were being accurate, and it's not even an obsession. I eat French toast.
You seem really emotional.
I just think it's weird to just assume based on 3 instances.
Okay, buddy.
That I love waffles. Okay.
Yeah, no more French toast boy.
As for there not being, does anyone know what life is like in Australia?
Apparently,
are waffles not a thing
a
there?
waffle-less, sad existence.
If you tried to make a waffle in Australia, would it just deflate? Would it just be a pancake?
It just goes back to liquid.
Is Gura ever just gonna go apeshit? I feel like he already did.
That's just his day-to-day, right?
Yeah, I feel like that's just Gura, just going apeshit. That was the thing that worried me about the friendliness of the crew. It's how they would handle Gura.
Yeah, I know. You were worried about it.
Gura's not supposed to be Gura's not supposed to be. When people think of Gura and all they think of is his cuteness, that's wrong. That's so wrong. Like he should be. I don't know. What's a good comparison? What's like you don't know what he's like. You can see a Gura and be like, oh my god, he'll be friendly to you, and then he'll just fucking eat your foot, you know? And won't care. He'll be like, thank you, and then he'll walk off, which is horrifying.
But also kind of cute.
It's like a really strange toddler.
Because he thanks you.
Yeah, but you're not gonna be like, I can't stay mad at you.
Yeah.
And he says he ate that baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not a joke.
I ate a baby once, yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the jokes from the comic, where he's just like, he talks about eating a baby at a restaurant, and Zim is just like, he's like, oh no, he did. So yeah, I mean, Gura is just generally apeshit. Did Dib and Gaz survive the snap? The Thanos?
Oh. Gaz survived.
No, that's a whole other. They don't even live in the same universe.
Really?
In case you were worried.
Adults?
Yeah. In case you guys were worried. Thanos didn't touch any of my guys.
Zim got the glove.
Oh no.
Pull it off.
No. But he's real stylish.
Oh, what inspired the animation style change? Nothing.
Comics, I mean time.
Yeah, time and
Time
just
passing.
experimentation. And then just the fact that almost everyone involved on the movie, crew-wise, overseas, it's all different people.
Well, except for our character designer, same dude from the original series, Aaron Alexovich.
Right, same character designer.
He was a champion.
By that point, the comics had been running for a while when we started production of the movie, and we just kind of decided to go with more the look of the comics. Like for me personally, it was just to sort of see something a little different.
Yeah, just modernize it. You mean
I don't know about modernize. It was just
their heads like a little bigger?
no, their heads got smaller.
Yeah.
Their bodies got bigger. Well, in the series, their heads were huge, and they had these little tiny arms, and it made it very awkward for certain action stuff. It made it difficult to do certain physical, stuff with them. So we kind of wanted to stretch them out a little bit, so that they didn't, so it wasn't so horrible in the animators to pull off some stuff.
Actually in that regard too, like Zim's head shape, things like that were altered slightly to be more animatable and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Where before it was really brutal. I mean, it's still brutal, really hard to animate.
Yeah, Zim's always been a really hard thing for other people to figure out. Every time people complain about, like right now it's really popular to complain about the CalArts style when shows get into.
It's just the circular eyeballs.
Yeah, like that Thundercats announcement. People were just pissed off.
Yeah,
It looked like, Steven Universe or whatever. There's like a style. There's a look that a lot of shows. Oh, cute, bubbly, round.
It's just goofy.
But one of the great things about doing a show that looks like other shows is it's easier to find people who can pull that stuff off. Zim is not a style other than how I draw. It's not a school of art. It is just Zim. Yes, it's the perfect way of explaining it.
Yeah, I think the style changed because you've changed. I mean, time has passed. Your style has evolved a bit, I would say.
I don't look at the animation and the design style in the movie as necessarily more what I do now. It's interesting. It's kind of incorporating other people's approach to it. Aaron Alexovich and then other people who've taken over in the comics kind of contributed to this sort of slightly like rounder style. And it's interesting thinking of the movie as kind of like a pilot. I don't know that if we did more Zim, I don't know that I would make it look like the movie. Having seen this style moving around, I'm like, oh, this is cool to see, but moving further, I probably go back to the harder edge, more angular stuff.
It'd be good to find some happy medium, I think, between the two. Because there's stuff that's really appealing about the new designs as well.
Maybe.
Gert pretty much didn't change at all, even though he's not in the movie.
Yeah, we redesigned her and then didn't put it in the movie.
Yeah. It was like weeks worth of work.
Are there going to be any sci-fi pop culture references?
No.
No, this isn't Family Guy. I mean, there were all these influences, usually aliens or The Fly or something like that, but I can't think of any specific reference in the movie.
No. Nothing that I can put my finger on. I mean, there's overall just tonal, Doctor Who tones.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Isn't it great that we're talking about a movie you guys have no idea what's in it?
Just give them so much more context when they finally get to see it whenever it decides to come out.
Oh, I just got to your Passover question.
Yeah.
Any Easter? Oh, someone has a question.
Wait, how many characters will enter the focus?
Oh my God, that's a hard question.
That's a lot. A lot of characters enter the Floribus. I don't want to spoil it, but a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tons of characters.
I don't have a count.
No.
I couldn't even,
Yeah.
I can't spoil it because I don't even know the answer. How many people are there on Earth? Any Easter eggs we should be on the lookout for? Noodle Boy or Squeak? No. We didn't really have time.
No. We were just trying to get the basic movie done. Would have been fun to get sneaky though.
What inspired the design for Dick's weird pointy hair? Anything.
Just about changing it up a little bit.
Oh, what do you mean changing it up? No, I think he's always had that hair.
I mean, his hair has changed a little bit.
That's a strong reaction to that. What? This is blowing your mind.
It is a little bit.
Yes.
If you had infinite budget, what type of project would you make?
Oh, snap.
If I had infinite budget, what kind of project would I make? Oh.
He's got movie ideas kicking around that have nothing to do with Zim, but I can probably get some of that.
That's kind of an awful question to ask me.
I'm just gonna make him sad. 'Cause it's so far from reality.
Yeah. I've got.
He's sad now.
I know. I think about that stuff all the time. Kind of related. When I see stuff that has an almost infinite budget, when I see movies that are huge and expensive, and I hate them. I get sad. I genuinely get. I'm in a bad mood when I see boring, big, expensive movies.
You get
I love seeing.
genuinely angry.
I love seeing big, awful movies. Like those are great to me. Like I loved Aquaman. You know, I'm not a big superhero person, but I love big, weird spectacles. That movie felt like it was like filtered through Google Translate. It was so bad, great. Like I feel like they knew what they were doing. Like every scene looked terrible in a way that I loved. Every shot was a special effect. Characters, live action heads were on CG bodies, and they're just kind of weird and wiggling around. Shots where people were standing on the shore in front of an ocean. Things that exist, oceans and shores, but they were still special effects. Just looked terrible.
And this is the movie that Jhonen would like to make.
No. Things like that, I think, I love them because I'm entertained, and I hope that the decision to make it like this, I don't like to know about what the decision-making process is, because then maybe they didn't mean it to be like this, and then I'm angry again. But everything felt like, we gotta cram this shot in there, and this shot, and then sea monster's gonna come in. And I feel like they paid no mind to the person who's like, well, we don't really have that much money. It's gonna, we have a few select shots that look amazing, or everything's gonna look like crap if we spread it out. And he's like, spread it out. And so I was just entertained all the way through, kind of like horrified or just laughing. But then there's stuff where it's not freakish at all. It's just boring and safe, which infuriates me. The idea of not shooting for infamy. Because you never know if something's going to work or not. You never know if something's going to be a hit. And thinking that way is a bad way of approaching the thing. I never go in promising that anything I do is going to be good. But I can guarantee people that people will remember this. Because the worst thing is to make something that's just forgettable. And then the more money that you pour into something that's that kind of forgettable, the more upsetting it is that that money didn't go to something that was a little bit more daring. And I get it. Putting that much money into something that's taking the risk is, probably horrifying.
It's risky.
It's a thing I'll never know because I don't have that kind of money to pour into a thing. But yeah, asking me what I would do with all that money, I don't know. I just hope that it would be something that people walk out going, that was fucking amazing, or what the fuck? What the? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
Behind you.
Few questions. One, so you said their bodies got bigger, but their heads got smaller. Is Dib's head still big?
The weird thing about Dib's head is it's not any bigger than any other character's head. I don't know. I don't remember where that started or where that came from, but we really leaned into it. I mean, that's in the movie.
There's a lot of that in the movie.
Is there actually? I think
Well,
there might be one reference to
there's
it.
a handful of gags about
Yeah. Yeah, the movie is not this sort of like celebration of the series. It's just more Zim. It's just more Zim. I don't think Zim says doom once.
it. Now, we avoided that
Yeah.
aggressively.
There's like certain things that people think Zim is that I hate.
If John was like, oh yeah, that person loves this thing, we're not putting it in the movie.
Yeah. I went around and made sure that things that people loved aren't in the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Kind of.
kind of.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. His head is big,
But so is everybody else.
so is everyone else's head. Yeah.
I think they just like making him feel self-conscious
We
about
should have made it bigger.
it. I mean, the gag is
Next
pretty big.
time. The next movie, it's just his head.
No body.
Yeah.
So, as far as like the voice recording sessions go, like how much of that was scripted versus just ad-libbed?
There's a lot of, depending on the actor, a lot of ad-libs. Richard loves
Richard's great.
ad-libbing.
Yeah.
And I'm all about that, especially if it just goes someplace weird. A lot of the stuff that people remember the most are the things that weren't planned.
Yeah, there's definitely like a clear script to follow, but like.
Oh, yeah, I'm really specific
Yeah.
in the script, and I'm really specific about what I want lines to come out like, which, you know, I don't know if this is a hard rule. I don't know. I didn't come from animation, so when I went in and I started directing the voice sessions, you know, there was a little bit of like, don't give the actors reads. Don't tell them how to do their thing. You know, let them just figure it out. And I'm like, no, I know what I want to do. I know how I want the characters to be. The characters are, you know, horrible, awful versions of me. So in a lot of ways, you know, actors are doing impersonations of me, which sometimes you need that. You need a very specific thing.
Although Richard is just like embodied.
Richard, an actor like Richard was a dream because he comes in and has absolutely, there's no reservations about doing something and sounding stupid or being embarrassing. He has no dignity. You know, and you need that. You absolutely need that in this kind of show because
Yeah, it's hard to get him to stop saying show tunes for a minute to just make.
you can't turn him off. He's like not. He's like a thing that you keep in like some kind of stasis chamber, and then you like let him out, and you're like, ah, and he's just like doing stuff. He's always on. He's always doing his thing, and you can feel yourself dying after a couple of hours. So you have to control it. You have to like really limit your exposure to it. So he was a great source of just bullshit during session. Then you've got, you know, Andy, who is more, he's an actor. He comes from
Voice of
traditional, yeah, he comes from a more traditional acting background.
Yeah.
So less you know, ad-libbing with him. Ricky,
It's though.
Ricky Simons, who does the voice of Gert, is like a, he's more of like a berserker voice actor. He doesn't come from voice acting, but he has a funny voice. And it doesn't matter what I tell him. I can, well, usually, sometimes he's spot on, but I'll be like, okay, Ricky, I want, you know, Gert to ask a particular thing, and I'll like deliver things almost like musical notes, you know, like you know, what's that over there? And then Ricky's like, what's that? What are you doing? And everyone's looking at me like, is this okay? People who haven't been in voice sessions with Ricky are like, should we do something? And I'm like, no, we just keep going. 'Cause you don't know. And so a lot of Ger's best lines are things where we were just like, and even better, he would do, because we get a bunch of lines in a row, a bunch of reads of the same line in a row. I loved how weird they all were, so we would just use every take. Where in the script, you know, it's just like Ger asking, I don't know, what's a good, you gonna make biscuits? You know, you gonna make biscuits? And Zim's just supposed to say no. And we just had Ricky go and go and go. And we used so many of those. You gonna make biscuits? You gonna make biscuits? Which we definitely do in the movie. Because I love those jokes. I love using one line. We definitely do that thing where Zim and Dib are saying the same thing back and forth, like when they're calling across the street. And I forget what episode that is.
Muertos de Still Stealer.
Uh,
I think it's the Muertos episode.
Mortos, for Soul Stealer, where they're yelling across the street, and it's just, what? You won't. Oh, wait, no, that's from this one.
Yeah, don't.
It's my favorite thing. It's my favorite thing, and one of my favorite things in the movie is one of those moments.
Just shoving back and forth.
Oh, God.
It's really good.
And it gets funnier the more you do it. To the point where people are just like, why are you doing this? And then they get it, and they're like, ha ha ha. So you do it longer. Yes?
You actually remember to put traffic in this time.
Oh, yeah, that episode, the one where Zim and Dib are calling across the street, they're yelling because there's supposed to be traffic. A really busy intersection that didn't get animated. I feel like good or bad, a whole lot of the movie is the traffic not being animated. You know, you can't control, to a certain extent, you can control what you get back, but the movie is no traffic animated the movie.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Usually towards the end.
Oh man, I can't wait till you guys see
Yeah, the third act is just held together with dreams and duct tape. It's pretty rough.
Someone asks, will Invader Scooge be in the movie? No.
Aww.
I know, I love Scooge. The movie is, like I said, it's hyper-focused on just the main characters. I think someone else was asking, is it something that relies a lot on the series, or will newcomers be able to get what's going on? And it's still very much familiar Zim stuff, but I made it very particular. I wrote it with kind of new people in mind, in that you can come in and not need any real history. So long as within the first couple of minutes you get this guy hates that guy hates this guy, you know, this guy's sister hates this guy. Yeah, everyone hates one another. I get it. There's definitely stuff that people would recognize from the series, but yeah, so unfortunately that means not cramming it with just a bunch of cameos. There's no Scooge. Weirdly enough, Poochie's in it.
Yeah. We have a brief Poochie experience.
Yeah, Poochie's in it. Same old Poochie.
Somebody was asking about Gaz being more of the main character.
Oh,
Any
yeah,
questions?
right. Is the,
The exact question.
yeah, there's a lot more Gaz. There's a lot. She features way more prominently in the story. She's some of my favorite stuff.
Yeah, she's got some really good jokes.
They had to lose a scene. There's a scene where she has a fight with a robotic Lodi. Which isn't spoiling anything, because that's
That
all
doesn't
gone.
happen.
That's all gone. Like, she kills him. But you don't know it's a robot yet, so she's just murdering Lodi. And then she's like, it's a robot. That's not it. How did you find motivation when you really just didn't want to work? Which was a lot on the on the movie. That was rough.
We had
There was working on this movie coincided with some of the worst experiences of my life.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you laughing? It's horrible. Yeah, it's kind of one of the most surreal, horrible experiences, being human and having human experiences. and your job is being silly. I feel like it'd be easier to come in and not have to focus on making things funny when the last thing you feel is like good. And you just do it. You just keep doing it because, you know, you have a whole crew of people. Like, I mean, everyone on the crew had good, bad days, but when you are running this thing, you have to, you know, be working with your crew, and you can't come in and just be like, oh my God, life. Although I did. I feel like I did.
Yeah.
But
I think everybody did though. Literally everybody in the crew went through some horrible traumatic event in their life while they were on Zim, unrelated to Zim.
yeah.
And everybody was like, had a moment of coming in and being like, ugh. And just pet everybody.
Yeah. I mean, work-specific stuff, working in animation is always really weird for me because you're not really in control of a lot of stuff that, like, I'm not hands-on animating, I'm not hands-on, you know, doing a lot of what ends up on the screen. I just hope that, you know, you send stuff off and it comes back and you hope that it's what you dreamed it would be. So there's a lot of this roller coaster of like, oh God, what have I done? You know, you see stuff, you're like, that's not me. Is this gonna work? And you have these really bad days where you think, oh my God, I've been working for years on something and I don't think this is working. And then, you know, you see one thing that kind of turns it around and you're like, my God, I'm a genius. And it's this, it's just, it's exhausting.
And it's a brutal process.
Yeah, animation, get into it.
Animation. It's rough.
Yes.
The lady with the bow hair.
Can I stand up? I can't see from here.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead.
Was that your question?
No. Hold on. Come on, where's charisma?
Do you have a question?
Yes, I do.
Maybe I can ask it.
Yes. So mine sort of branches off and like it's art. So you're a fan of the horror genre, right?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Have you like and you can also answer this too. Have you heard of a show called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
Is this an anime question? Because if
Yes.
it is, please sit down.
I'm sorry.
I don't know JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I know it's a video game.
Oh, yeah, it's a video
and
game,
it's an anime and a book too.
Yeah.
I have no experience with it. I
You
don't
should
know.
watch it.
I've
it's
seen some
divided-
cool artwork.
Like it's divided into 8 parts. For the book, parts 1 to 7 are finished. Part 8 is still going. And with the anime, it's like parts 1 to 4 are finished. Part 5 still going. I'm sorry, this is confusing. I apologize.
I'm not gonna watch it. It's okay.
Why took it faster?
There's so much stuff out there. I think I've got a pretty good list of stuff before I start getting to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. No, I know nothing about
Wait,
it.
can I tell you a little bit? Okay, in part 4, there's the main villain. The main villain, he looks like David Bowie. And, so he takes these girls on dates, and he has this ghost spirit called a stand.
Somebody help us.